Welcome back to the A-List with Alexandra, where we break down all things Hollywood. With me today are two highly sought-out detectives, all the way from Brooklyn, New York, Van Trillo and Sam Suede.
Nice to see you.
Nice to meet you, Alexandra, officially now.
Yes, so nice to meet you guys. Thank you both so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you.
Well, it's our pleasure. We're looking forward to this. We saw a couple of your other interviews, and we figured, hey, we hope we can get on this. And you see, dreams come true, because here we are, together with you.
Yes, they do. Exactly, Suede. So first off, I just want to know, how long have you two been detectives, and how did this partnership form?
Well, we were doing shows in the clubs, mostly Trillo.
Yeah, I was doing a comedy routine in the clubs around New York City with another partner named Ezra. And you might have seen him in some of the other videos we do, but we used to do the nightclubs, comedy clubs, and Suede kind of was doing a routine by himself, right?
Yeah, solo act. I never wanted to work with anybody else. It's kind of demeaning, you know? That's what I felt. But then Trillo here, we sort of started hanging out and chatting. We realized we had a lot in common, you know, common interests, and instead of sort of on the same wavelength, you know, just that certain je ne sais quoi. Don't ask me what that is, but we felt it. So, and then we figured, hey, we might as well try working out. Well, that was Trillo's idea.
Yeah, because I figured, well, let me try working with Suede, because Ezra was getting tired of the act. And so I'm used to being a ventriloquist, and so I needed a partner to feel comfortable on stage, and I persuaded Suede to give it a try. We started doing the comedy club routines and that whole circuit, but then Suede didn't want to do it very long.
No, because it felt humiliating. So I told Trillo here, the only way I'm going to continue is if you're the dummy. And he didn't want to do that. So I didn't want to do it either. So I said, no dice. But we wanted to do something together because we had that kind of communication,
kind of rapport.
Right.
So we put our heads together. We figured, you know, we'd like to analyze people, to look at things, figure out things, riddles, solve mysteries, puzzles, cues, clues, all that stuff. And well, it was a natural. We should become detectives, a detective duo. So the rest is history.
You've had unique and fascinating characters with rabbis, Fiona Fatale, Chloe Clichet, Jessica Rabbi. How do you find these cases?
Well, they find us. They seek us out. You know, we don't do any advertising. We don't believe in that.
Yeah, we want people to have truly an appreciation for the kind of detective work that we do, and to seek us out. So we don't like to advertise. It's word of mouth.
They gotta track us down. If they find our office, it shows that they really want us. You know, they really might appreciate. More likely, they're going to appreciate the kind of work that we do together. So there all kinds of characters wander into our office because, heck, we're in New York City. There are all kinds of characters here.
Right.
Especially Brooklyn, New York. So that's where we are centered, but an undisclosed location. Ask around, word of mouth, and well, you'll be able to find us.
What were some of your favorite cases? Are there any cases that really stuck with you two?
Gee, there's so many. You know, the first one that we did in the web series, that kind of that was also one of our first cases.
The Hong Kong Canary, we call it.
Yeah, we wrote a whole script for a feature film about that. Also, we didn't get to shoot it, looking for a way to produce this thing. But in the meantime, we started the web series, and the very first episode, we drew on that.
Yes, that's where Chloe Clichet is introduced. So this client saunters into our office, and her problem is that she's lost her canary.
It turns out it's not a real canary. It's a family jewel,
a family heirloom in the shape of a canary. And this bejeweled family heirloom went missing. It was our job to track it down.
And that takes us to all kinds of nooks and crannies and alleyways in Brooklyn, New York. And on the wharf, the wharf, the docks of New York, and well, we finally track it down. But you'll have to watch the Hong Kong Canary to get all the details. But it did introduce into our lives Chloe Clichet. Yeah, and that she played a big role in our lives for a couple of years there, off and on, mainly in my life. Well, your life too by obsession.
Yeah, because I became obsessed with Chloe Cliche, and yeah, she did figure into my life. You'll see that in season 1 of our web series, how it was mainly Suede who was romancing her, but for a while there, it seemed like Chloe took a fancy to me too.
So it became a bit of a triangle there, a little awkward, but kind of intriguing.
Yeah, intriguing situation. We had to deal with it.
Well, Trillo, you do have a lot going for you as well. You speak Yiddish, you play the piano, and we've seen those things in the web series. There's also a lot of Jewish humor, which I absolutely love. I am Jewish myself, and it's hilarious to me. What has the feedback been from your viewers in the audience? Do they love it? Are they catching on? What's the feedback like?
Yeah, that's something Trillo and I discussed that a lot when we were writing the episodes, like, how Jewish we're going to go here, because there's a lot of Jewish stuff happening in our lives, in a lot of the clientele.
Yeah, we kind of, we're in the midst of a somewhat Hasidic neighborhood, Hasidic Orthodox Jews. So we have had a lot of Hasidic clients, also non-Hasidic, but and not all Jewish too, but there are a lot of Jewish characters of various kinds, like Rabbi Shmutzik Pupik.
We had a lot of cases involving him.
Yeah, so he comes back and forth into our lives, and various other characters, not usually the femme fatales.
They're not usually Jewish, but we've had a couple of Jewish ones too. Emily King.
Yeah, we did have a couple of Jewish femme fatales. So you never know who's going to come into our office. But when we're putting the web series together, we also talk Yiddish. I mean, we can speak Yiddish fluently. So with some of these clients, it comes in very handy. The Hasidic clients especially. But how Jewish to make the thing, we didn't want to put off people watching it thinking like, well, you got to be Jewish to go for this thing.
Yeah, but then we figured, what the heck, we got to just do what's natural. So we come out with some Yiddish words sometimes.
Yiddish words, Yiddish expressions, because that's natural to us. People say, hey, I'm not Jewish, but I love this Jewish humor. We get that a lot, right?
Yeah, and we got a few complaints that, hey, you guys are too Jewish. And you know who complains? Jews.
We did find that as we get a few complaints, and each time, hey, it's like we checked it out. Are they Jewish? Sometimes they say they're Jewish. Other times they're like, we ask them, by the way, are you Jewish? Yeah, we're Jewish. You think the series is too Jewish. So
now, do you guys have any upcoming cases that you can give us a little sneak peek into, or anything you can share about upcoming cases you're working on or you've worked on that we're going to see on the web series?
Well, the web series is a wide variety. We got a psychiatrist there, Dr. Lochenkopf. That's in season 2, episode 5. And he has a deep, dark secret. And you're going to have to watch the episode to find out.
Yes, find out Dr. Lochenkopf's deep, dark secret by checking it out in season 2, episode 5. A lot of surprises coming your way in season 2. But start off with season 1, guys, if you didn't watch it yet, because it's more fun if you watch it in sequence. It's not essential, right?
Yeah, you could watch any of them. They stand alone also. But it's even better if you watch it sequentially.
Yeah, because there's some references to things that happened before as you go through the episodes and the seasons. We only have 2 seasons out so far, and they're short episodes, 5 to 10 minutes. So it's an easy binge.
This is what I consider the most important question. I got this a lot. A lot of viewers wanted me to ask this. Now, are you single, Suede?
Well, for you, honey, yes. Yeah, and actually, yeah, I'm always single. I'm not going to get tied down. So, yeah, that's I'm just gonna throw that out there. And I'm available.
That's good to know. That's good to know.
So, we gotta meet Fiona Fatale now.
We're meeting one of our clients, Fiona Fatale. She figures in season 2 a lot, but she's back. She's got various problems. We're still dealing with some of her problems, some of her issues.
Yeah, mostly me. So we can't delay. We're gonna meet her at the Knish store.
Yeah, we're meeting her at Shmutzik Pupik's Knish store. So that's where we're having our meeting with Fiona, and well, we don't want to be late.
Yeah, because she's a looker, so I don't want to be late.
Yeah, okay. So we'll rush off to that. But there is a guy who's hanging around here. Have you heard of Jonathan Geffner?
Yeah, I
He's a
actually
weird.
have.
Yeah, Alexandra, he's a weirdo. I gotta warn you, but he's a nice guy. He's harmless. He likes to hang around. He helps us with the web series and also with our office, sets things up for us.
Does promos for us and stuff.
Oh,
He's a huge fan, and he's delusional.
Yeah, he thinks that he created us.
oh,
You hear
really?
anything so ridiculous? He thinks he writes all our scripts, and he thinks he created our characters. In short, he's a nut job.
Mm.
But he's here, and oh, you want to talk to him? We'll see if he's available.
Yeah, should we ask him on our
Yeah,
way out?
if he's here, might
Great.
as well. Bring him on.
Okay. Hi, Alexandra.
Hi there, Jonathan.
Nice to meet you. Trillo and Suede just said that you'd like to talk to me, and I'm really excited about that. I like to help them out. Okay, so actually, this is from their perspective that I help them out and all that. There are two camps, two philosophies. You can choose which makes more sense to you. Some people think that that they created me, and I think that I created them. From my perspective, I created the characters of Trillo and Suede maybe 25 years ago. And I've been working ever since on various ways to produce films and projects of various kinds. I tried to get a TV show going many times. I came very close over the years. That's what led me eventually to decide a couple of years ago that I really need to be able to cross this off my bucket list. It's the thing that I most want to do is some real project with Trillo and Suede, not just little videos. I've done all kinds of little fun, just like at home videos and stuff like that, but or greetings for people, hire me to do greetings with Trillo and Suede characters, but that's not the stuff I really wanted to do. So I decided, okay, I haven't been able to find funding for any of this stuff or for other people to produce it. I'm going to just fund it myself. 2 seasons of Trillo and Suede of a web series, because that wouldn't cost quite as much as a feature film, but still I decided I'm going to lay out my own money because I want to put this out, have people see it and see if it's something that can develop to go further in other venues after this. We will be doing something probably next month, another short film of Trillo and Suede. That's for season 3. I'm still looking for venues, for avenues, for investors. So I'm not going to give up on that. I'm still going to do that. But people, if anybody out there watching has an idea about that, would like to get involved in getting the funding going for season 3, being an investor, you can contact me through the YouTube channel. Their email, you go to the About page, and my email is there. We can discuss that. There are some possibilities, but I don't want to announce anything because nothing's definite yet. But there are a couple of smaller TV channels that have expressed interest recently. So I'm hoping one of those things will work.
Now, how did you come up with the setting of 2 New York City style detectives for Trillo and Suede? Did you pull from your own background? Because I find that so unique, such a unique act, and to drag it into a show and a plot, I absolutely love that.
Thank you. Well, I grew up in New York City. I spent most of my life here in New York City. So I'm writing about what I know in many respects as far as the characters and the locations. But I also love film noir, the genre of film noir. For those who don't know, it's the movies of the 1940s. It was most prevalent. That was the era of film noir, 40s through the 50s. And it's urban, mostly urban, not always, but it's a certain style. Those are black and white films and gritty kind. It's very often very atmospheric and dark and gloomy, and a lot of the plots were mysteries of various kinds. A lot of detectives, not always detective stories, but some of the famous ones involve detectives or mysteries of some sort with a very troubled protagonist, very often with a femme fatale. The term comes from the film noir genre, an alluring, mysterious, dangerous woman. Again, not every film noir has every one of these elements, but the iconic, the most famous film noirs have these various elements in them. And so I put them in every episode virtually, all these various elements. I love that genre. So that's why I started thinking it's such an exciting genre for me, and it's something close to my heart, that I'm familiar with, and ventriloquism was my career, my main career. So I thought, how can I combine those? How can I use ventriloquism in that genre? That's why I figured, well, make them the detectives. You know, the two primary detectives are in this atmosphere of a neo-noir world.
Now, what is one thing that you want your audience to walk away with after watching Trillo and Suede?
Oh, well, I hope that they can experience some of the same kind of excitement that I feel about creating this alternate universe, because I think it is quite unique, at least as far as I don't know anyone else who has done quite the same thing. You know, there are all kinds of ventriloquists and very talented ones. I have a lot of respect for a lot of ventriloquists out there, different things, but I take pride in having uh, created something that I think is unprecedented. You know, so I think this marriage of film noir and ventriloquism, and also the sprinkling in of with a lot of Yiddishisms and Jewish humor, this particular combination is quite unique, I believe, and I hope that people can feel some of that excitement that I feel about this new world, this alternate universe.
Yes, I know I sure do. And it just goes to show how far passion can take you. You know, you had your other degrees, you were kind of unsure what you wanted to do. And when you saw this, you knew right away. And look what you've built out of it. It's absolutely amazing. And it is inspiring as well.
Thank you. Yeah.